Is this Miss Acheron? Hello, I'm Himiko, the Astral Express's navigator.
Hello, I'm March 7th. I'm sure he needs no introduction, as you definitely know him.
Hello? None of you seem surprised by my arrival.
Since Welt has decided to travel with you, it means that he trusts you, and we trust his judgment.
I envy your close friendships.
Miss Acheron here doesn't present a danger, and she's of no threat to the Astral Express. Aventurine's prior accusation was based on nothing more than his own subjectivity. Which is why, before we continue working together, he has a duty to explain himself.
You want to create a situation where all three parties are present?
There must be some deeper meaning behind Aventurine's actions. I suspect he's been aware of Penacony's secret from the beginning and has been continuously strategizing to unveil it. In that sense, the Astral Express's role in his plans would be imperative. In the worst-case scenario, he may use us to do something unexpected. Assuming things do escalate to that stage, having an extra ally is a good insurance policy. Penacony has numerous factions, and the state of affairs is significantly more intricate than that of Belobog and the Xianzhou.
You're talking weird again. But it's a good vibe. No matter what, we can't ignore the safety of Penacony.
To solve the mystery of the Watchmaker, it is crucial to get the IPC's intel. The path ahead is fraught with danger. But what's trailblazing without a little danger?
Sounds like we've reached a consensus. Now, Miss Acheron?
I will accompany you, of course.
Let's move out then! But where do we start looking for him?
No need to rush. If he truly has laid a trap, he will definitely use every means to lure us in.
Ladies and gentlemen, the most wondrous, most magnificent show in Penacony's history is about to begin. The IPC cordially invites the Clock Studios theme park.
Look. Should both the performers and spectators fail to arrive, won't all of Aventurine's plans be for nothing?
Let's get going, everyone. The hour of trailblazing is upon us.
I have a bad feeling that something big's gonna go down. Are you ready? Let's waste no time and head to the theme park then. We're back here again. Aventurine actually chose a really conspicuous location. That guy's really taking it to a whole new level. Does he really think he's a superstar or something?
Not a soul in sight. The hounds drove out the visitors, and now their whereabouts are unknown too. Everyone, pay attention. The other party has obviously come prepared. We've kept your appointment, Mr. Aventurine. It is customary to show yourself as well.
I will, naturally. But before that, I've got to introduce our guest of honor. Everyone, give it up for Mr. Stellaron!
Let me remind you that in all likelihood, this stage and his identity have nothing to do with the wanted murderer.
Oh, no, they do. Of course they do. Otherwise, why would I work so hard to gain your trust and then invite you all here? Because he's the only one who saw all 3 homicides. He is the key to proving that the family's death does not exist in Train's promise is nothing but a sham!
3 homicides?
That's right, madam. The 3rd one is about to happen right now, right here, in Clock Studios theme park. A truly grand death. You, and you. All of you are going to die. And it's all because of you, Mr. Stellaron. You will become the personification of death. Oh, don't underestimate the preservation. The cornerstone of the Amber Lord will surely guide me. Let me be a little clearer. I will detonate the Stellaron in you and cause a teeny, tiny accident on Penacony. Bam! The entire theme park will be reduced to a shattered dream. Then, before the family can even react, I'll become the IPC fleet's navigator.
Your bluff isn't fooling anyone. If you could really do that, you would have done so earlier.
You wanna bet? Sure. I'll bet with you. I'm betting that it'll be a sweeping victory for me. By detonating an unprecedented explosion to prove that the vow of harmony is a complete and utter joke.
You won't do it.
Of course I can. It's just another gamble. I came from the wastelands of Sigonia. For just 60 red copper coins, people paid to brand me. Put me in chains. Place me in the gallows and bury me in the golden sands. But the sun could not kill me, and the quicksand sent me back to the embrace of the Guild and the IPC. Bear in mind, my victory wasn't just a stroke of luck. I've never been defeated. Have you ever heard the saying, sleep is the rehearsal of death? Why does life slumber? All because we are not ready for the final breaths. Every night is practice for the end. You and I are escaping into our dreams for fear of death at this very moment. And death will surface in our dreams. Friends, the game has commenced, and you cannot choose to decline. Nor do you have any reason or grounds to! The dice are cast. Ladies and gentlemen, ready to unveil your cards? The architect's flawed stone I'm putting down the bet. I'm taking the gamble. I'm claiming the win. I'll invade spin the wheel, a daring gamble. Walking the brink of death for rebirth. Oh, for the Emperor Lord! Alright. Let's see who has the last laugh. Let the game begin!
Ready for another? Network activated. Time for good old counterattack.
I'm honored by, since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
The strength. Coming down from above.
Commencing support.
You've got
Thank you for your generosity.
What's in your prescription?
Do not fret. Take everything I
Let me tell your wound. Enemy targets detected.
awaken your world-cleansing dragon. Heavens, rise! Prepare for some.
Commencing support.
How about letting the enemies?
Need a doctor? Hiya!
The strength.
It's better to make no more seasoning.
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack. Ready for another? You don't look so good.
Even on a losing as long as people still have hope, we'll keep throwing money on the table. The potential is what you hang on to. That's what justifies the gamble.
Time to show what's in your prescription!
Thank you for your generosity.
Storm.
Commencing support. Ready for another?
Let's add more seasoning.
The dice are cast. All or nothing! Double down!
Commencing support. Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for good old counterattack.
I'm honored by, since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Awaken your world-cleansing dragon. Prepare for some serendipity!
A little more heat.
The strength.
Enemy target.
It's all or
How about letting the enemies check?
Down.
I sent a storm.
What's in your prescription? Thanks for the support.
It's better to make no move. More seasoned.
Commencing soup ready for another? Enemy data secure. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
How about the... Prepare for some...
The strength.
Let me tend your wound. Yeah! Thanks for the support.
Every more heat.
Double down.
Enemy targets detected.
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before...
The times have changed. Awaken, dormant scamp. Delve hidden moon. World comes on dragon. Everybody's like that. Down to the last player. So why can't I be happy too? Why can't I feel that free? Always hide your ace with a straight face. I'm starting to get a little impatient with you all. Friends, to fully relish this, I'm betting every last ship. Only by casting aside reason does one truly gamble. Emanator, I know you'll match my wager, right?
You're leaving?
Perhaps. I might pass through the place you mentioned.
Pinnacle. What do you hope to find within the dream?
I'm not looking for anything. They aren't in a dream.
I'm afraid the family will not open the doors for you.
Why?
Because the path you walk is not accepted by the Harmony.
Even if... that's not what I want.
Precisely because it's not what you want. Because they are not like other eons. They have never glanced at anyone. And they never need to. They leave woven strands of fate for humans to walk. And together, they weave a great shadow. And this shadow silently envelops them.
There are always those who rise from the shadows.
They mostly become a part of the shadow.
In your eyes, am I the same?
We still have a strand of color. But not much.
That is enough. Before they vanish completely. I will reach the Nihility's end. I wish to mourn the departed, weeping like rain, to swell the crossing stream. As the tide arrives, leading you back home.
This place. A gigantic black hole. And see. Have I succeeded?
Welcome to this sad world, Kakavasha.
Your good luck is the most precious wealth we, all Avgin, have.
If you come out alive after 2 days, it proves that you're the real deal.
Wealth, status, power. The IPC will give you whatever you want. Even what as for us, we will reunite in Kakava's next Aurora.
It's a pity this is not the place you were expecting.
Melody. Is it?
Perhaps to you, I am just an emanator who's hiding her identity. But the sleeping and shapeless never glance at anyone. They have no face, no form, and even less of a will to speak. The nihility envelops everyone equally. Only some who have gone under their shadow can go farther, tainting themselves with more nihility. That's all.
That's all. My friend, you really leave me at a loss for words. So, is this my final destination? The land of the dead?
This is all but a fleeting dream. One of the thousands of manifestations of Ajax. Under the watchful eye of nihility, we momentarily linger here before moving on to our own paths.
It seems that my death has already been determined.
Even if you wish for it, I can't promise you anything. Now that you've accomplished your goal, I think you can be a little more forthcoming.
What do you mean?
Your performance at the theme park was wonderful and grandiose. A simple yet practical technique that fooled almost everyone. No one would have ever thought that you would have gone to such lengths, even staking your life just to prove a fact that had seemingly been disproved long ago. Real death does not exist in Penacony's dreamscape.
Why would I do this?
Because this is the only way you can uncover a secret that is even more unspeakable than the serial murders. To use this dream death to get there. To that promised land people constantly seek in this grand gathering. Penacony. The legacy of the Watchmaker. The true land of exile.
How did you find out?
I never imagined that something I learned about unexpectedly would become the key to connecting everything.
It's that person's identity, isn't it?
I see you're in the know.
Let's just say I'd put money on the possibility. The murder isn't nearly enough to disrupt business as usual. Even if there were 1 or 2 murders on Penacony, most people wouldn't be personally affected. And that won't create any waves. This dream of theirs isn't a boundless sea. It's a lonely island. The family used the Harmony to build a high wall and isolate them from the vast and treacherous ocean of the outside world. That barrier they built keeps death out, but it also keeps the secrets that are lost in that watery abyss from floating to the surface. In a beautiful dream, free of suffering, who would want to go fishing for those secrets? No one.
Unless someone goes to the other side of the barrier. And lives to tell the tale.
Someone already has. I got the idea early on, chewing on that masked fool's little hint. If a mute isn't someone who cannot make a sound, then it has to be someone who cannot speak. Someone who survived the treacherous depths, but is unable to take the stage and speak the truth. Well, I'm happy to know she's safe and sound, and still on Penacony.
Hint. Is that not proof?
Well, proof is the one thing I don't have. The only thing that can prove these conjectures is for the family to come clean. And with the way they buttered up these outsiders, it seems pretty clear they're intent on covering their tracks. But you don't need proof to have a suspicion. And for me, suspicion is enough. I didn't need to find the memory zone meme. I just needed for someone to kill me like it killed that silver-haired girl.
You don't sound very confident to me. Going out of your way to make citywide broadcasts in an attempt to involve more people. You are simply betting on the possibility of someone being able to break down the barrier. You're very lucky that fate has decided to let us cross paths. I happen to be equipped with a very sharp blade. Sharp enough to slice through the veil of dreams. I can also carve the Harmony's brand off of you. You possess great cunning, deliberately setting us up to be on opposing sides, constantly repeating the words of the Emanator in front of others, leaving me no choice but to draw my blade against you. And that's how you win. Opportunity and strategy, both are essential. And in your plans, the IPC always wins. Even if you lose the bet. To the family, the life of an ambassador is still invaluable.
Well, it's a huge gamble, isn't it? But allow me to point out a mistake. The IPC's success is not guaranteed. I, unfortunately, have no contingencies for such an important matter. Detonating a Stellron. I can't do it. The aventurine stone is too broken to even safeguard my escape from the stage. If, at the end of the day, you did not unsheath your blade, I would have lost the bet.
It is pointless to discuss what-ifs. You have won. Your prize is an entry ticket into that deep sea. And after this, whether you can return from the abyss is another gamble of yours. Have you never wavered?
Wavered? Of course I have. But I can only bank on my own good fortune. Because other than that, I have nothing.
Wake up from this dream and go to where you should be. Your gamble is not over yet.
Before we part, can you answer one more question? As someone who has traveled on that road, can you tell me, why are we born into this world? If it's just to die.
I don't think this and never have. Nor do you.
But the nihility envelops you and I. And everyone.
And because of that, it's pointless.
But it is still there. If the dice of fate are always weighted, then that is our destiny. Why, then, do we struggle against it?
My answer might not be able to resolve your confusion, because it has been with you throughout your journey and is already a part of your life. But you said, sleep is the rehearsal of death. So why does life slumber? Because we are not ready for the final rest. So you can definitely understand why we want to be prepared. Even if the ending has been predetermined, that's fine. There are countless things that humans cannot change. But before the end, there are many things that humans can do while on their journey. And because of this, the end will thus reveal a completely different meaning. Take a good look at your pocket. Your friend has already given you the answer. Good luck.
Then I shall get going.
Mister? You're leaving? You ultimately chose to leave this dreamscape?
Yes. Because they are not here. My papa, mama, and big sis.
Then where are they?
They are in a place where everyone will go. A very, very distant place.
Then are you going to?
I'll get there one day. But not now. There will come a day when the sky will drizzle, and I will hear the call of Gaiathra Triclops, and know that it is time for me to go, and be reunited with my family. So, until that time comes, I should be preparing. While preparing to face them, Kakavasha, and to make them proud.
I know you'll be able to do it. Good luck.
Well, of course. For I am the child who received the blessing of Gayatri Triclops.
But you still seem nervous.
Well, I seem that way because I am nervous. You know what? Maybe you can help. What do you say? One last time? Put our palms together?
Are you going now?
Yes. May the Mother Goddess thrice close her eyes for you, keeping your blood eternally pulsing. May your journey be forever peaceful, and your schemes
forever concealed. Our paths will cross again beneath Kakava's shimmering auroras. Farewell, Kakavasha.
The light of the Aventurine Stone has disappeared. This only represents one outcome.
He kept his promise. And got what he wanted.
As planned, your cornerstone has been successfully sent to the family's territory. Then...
Let's fulfill our duty and start harvesting. I come for an audience. I come to fill wine, and I come to claim. I bestow poison in the guise of sweet dew. Come the toil of spring and yield a fall. I patiently wait for the branches to be heavy with withered fruits. All for the Amber Lord.
you're awake. I've been waiting on you for quite a while. I didn't do anything but wait for you to wake up. You've met me before. I'm Sam, a Stellaron hunter. I originally planned on showing up earlier to reveal some truths to you. But I encountered more roadblocks than expected. 11 times I've tried, but ended in failure. Before I knew it, this world and I became too intertwined, and it became too difficult to escape the constraints of the script. Elio is right. In this land of the dreams, you and I will reap unforgettable gains. I don't know people's hearts as well as he and Kafka do. Nor do I have a specialty like Silverwolf and Blade. Most of the things that I'm good at only apply to villains who need no mercy. So, there is only one method that I use. This is to show you.
All that I am.
Labyrinth-like corridors and halls? Traps everywhere? The owner of this mansion must be a bit paranoid.
You are so funny, Mr. Security Officer. I hope that sense of humor of yours has helped you find the serial killer.
Just expressing a personal opinion. Why? Did I hit a nerve?
Mr. Gallagher, my patience is wearing thin. Neglecting duties will only make me more suspicious that you and the real serial killer are connected.
Scoundrel, punk, drunk, hooligan. I have heard this trash talk all too often. But I have never once thought that I'd be treated as an accomplice to a murderer. I take back what I said. Your problem isn't paranoia. You're just crazy, you know? Lunatic. You, the family, you broke my spine and pulled out my fangs, and now you want to accuse me of murder? Ridiculous. Only idiots who've drunk too much Soul Glad will berate a stray dog in the streets. What exactly is making you say all this nonsense? You should be more concerned about the Outworld visitors who are making a scene in the theme park than me.
I don't need you to remind me. The moment that ambassador walked out the doors of the mansion, I knew what he was trying to do. My servants see everything. His little magic tricks may have fooled me, but no matter. I'm happy to see how things have turned out. Why do you think that I just let him go? And why do you think I emptied the theme park stage? Because my target from the beginning has always been you, Hound. The more noise he makes, the more opportunities I have to make you and your true master pay in blood.
If I were really the murderer, why would you need to be so secretive? Ha! I forgot. You also have a difficult master to serve, telling you to ignore the murder case and focus solely on that Charmony festival. Isn't that right, my brother?
Looks like your disguise has helped you successfully understand every facet of the family.
Disguise? You must be blind to be accusing me of being a fake. Open your eyes, take a good look.
Indeed, every part of you is real. The brown hair, soft and curly like Benny's. The orange eyes, which make me miss the gaze of Sir Whitaker. That odd scar, the mark of Wolsey. And the gray vest, tie, hound emblem, bottle, the bartending, and your role as a security officer. These are all true traits. From all 52 loyal family members. When they are gathered, countless tiny truths are woven together into a lie. You collected a small piece of each of them and claimed them for yourself. Then you invented this facade, a complete Gallagher. Tell me I'm wrong, minion of the Enigmata.
You have guts, I'll give you that. Not bad. I severely underestimated you. Admirable. But so what? Can this prove that I murdered your sister and that stowaway?
This proves that you and the Memory Zone Meme Death are linked, and that's enough. Listen up. I don't care how you did it. I only care about one thing. The answer to a question. You devil. You wretched, despicable dog. Why did you kill her?
You know, in the thick of things, people are blind to the grit in their eyes. Yet they can always feel it scratch. Want the answer? I'll give it to you. The whole thing is just fate playing a cruel joke on us.
Newsflash! Penacony's Charmony Festival has entered its countdown phase. Accompanied by Clocky's TikToks, after 12 system hours, this grand celebration will commence with much fanfare.
I already told you! We can talk things out!
I'm sorry, Fluffy. I really have something urgent to attend to, so I had no choice but to resort to asking this favor of you all.
Since you already know what you're doing, I'll also have to remind you of its risks.
Hey, partner, what's with the hostility? I thought pulling this thing out was just a way of saying hello.
For the last time, state your identity and purpose.
My name's Boot Hill, and I'm a Galaxy Ranger.
A Galaxy Ranger?
You look like you seen a ghost. Did you think we all went extinct? Well, that's the price you pay for being off-grid for too long.
The righteous heroes of the hunt would never hijack the Astral Express.
I ain't hijacked anything. What, chatting with someone while holding the gun is considered a hijacking?
It probably is.
Pardon my frankness, but there are plenty of rumors in the cosmos regarding the Galaxy Ranger's current status, and none of them are pretty stories. I have a hard time believing you.
Oh, this is hilarious. The tale that this bunch of fools spin is getting out of hand. There's even a bit about the Galaxy Rangers being turned into gibbons by Dr. Primitive, and they're in some valley screwing around on swings. Of course, I know you won't believe me, which is also why, similarly, I have a hard time believing that you're the real Nameless. See the bullets in this gun? 9mm, an eternal classic. I may need the Astral Express's help right now, but if you're an imposter just like that one, then this bullet might just end up in my head. I can't allow myself to be exposed to danger. That's just the way it goes, so you all have to first prove yourselves. Huh? Where are you going?
Recognize this?
It's a model fudger. The Jade Abacus of Ally and Oath. The CN Joe really gave this to you guys?
Model fudger?
This is the Jade Abacus gifted to the Express by the Shenzhou Luofu's general, Jing Yuan. Its presence on board serves as the Shenzhou Alliance's official recognition of the Express. Is that enough?
Not bad, kiddo. And across these sprawling stars, a gentle squeeze is all it takes to rustle up a whole legion of Cloud Knights. Now, I reckon that'd be one fudging sight to behold.
Now it's your turn.
Been ages since the Galaxy Rangers had the spotlight shown on them. We ain't equipped with such fancy gadgets. But I've been around the block enough to know the way to handle these types of situations is easy as pie. All right then. Feel free to toss any questions my way. And let's see if my answers can't turn your trust. If your gut tells you otherwise, still ain't too late to show me the door.
And why would I play along?
If I truly am a real Galaxy Ranger, you stand to lose nothing.
All right then. Tell me, what kind of organization are the Galaxy Rangers?
My friend, this question is a hard one. I don't think I can even consider us an organization to begin with. Everyone's on their own fated path along the hunt, with their own resolute sense of righteousness and not so welcome among such so-called universal values.
This reply does not instill trust, and only makes your predicament more precarious.
I'm guessing you're gonna ask about some form of shared faith, right? But us Galaxy Rangers don't need that sort of thing. What brings us together is a shared bottom line. Never bully the weak. Never kill the innocent. These oaths aren't some lofty beliefs, but the fundamental bottom line that one must never cross as a person. As Galaxy Rangers, we strictly adhere to the bottom line. When someone crosses them, the hunt's vengeance will surely come knocking. And in this moment, the other crucial meaning of bottom line comes into play. As long as you don't cross it, you're free to do whatever you please. You catch my drift?
Second question. Why do you seek trouble with the Astral Express?
I already said that I seek no trouble. I must go to Penacony for a matter. But I don't have an invite. And I can't even enter the family's hotel doors. If only I could borrow the Nameless's identity. The entire cosmos knows you're guests of the family.
Rangers also esteemed guests?
Oh, you've hit the nail on the head. This is why I'm here. It's fine if I tell you. The Rangers are pursuing an imposter. A son of a nice lady posing as one of us. She's on Penacony right now. My informant is a memo keeper. She's the same as all mimetic organisms, appearing one moment and gone the next. Ugh. She scares the fudge out of me. Still, she gave me some vital info.
That Galaxy Ranger imposter. Who is it?
Is that the third question?
Is it a hard question?
It isn't. Just that you might not believe me. That person calls herself Acheron. And according to our informant, she could be an emanator of nihility.
That's impossible.
That's what I said. Don't worry. When I first received the news, I had the exact same reaction as you.
IX never gives anyone so much as a first glance, and that's perfectly normal. What reason would they have to bequeath strength unto mortals?
Then you must know that emanators can also conceal their own identities, which, for many people, it's better that way. Otherwise, there'd be wanton bloodshed across the cosmos, or even, perhaps, turning their back on the path they're supposed to follow. I had the good fortune of running into an elation emanator. Its appearance was no different than that of those clowns. If it weren't through sheer luck that I got it drunk, I would have never known of its eminent status. Even in the purest hunt, you'll find the Xianzhou Alliance under the spotlight and Galaxy Rangers lurking in the shadows. Paths are inevitably concepts created by people and exist in planes beyond our understanding. To reckon that nihility emanators don't exist, well, maybe we just ain't nihilistic enough. So, do you understand now? Your companions are in danger, and it's pretty harrowing. If you don't want to believe me, you'd best send a message to them, but I'd advise you to move fast. We don't know what's happening in the dreamscape or how much of what the memo keeper said is true. And that Acheron, who knows what she intends to do?
I don't intend to do anything.
That's not up to you. Did you know? People who come to the land of dreams for the first time, they'll subconsciously stop to reaffirm that they're still walking on solid ground. And then they will unanimously raise their heads to gaze at the sky. Be it reality or dream, staring at the sky is instinctual for humanity. Since the day that the golden hour was completed, it's always been there, watching over every single night of decadence. But now this night sky has been mercilessly severed, dyed with the mist of nihility. And this whole event happened within the course of a single slash of a blade.
A single slash of a blade isn't really accurate. It was actually 2 blades, just that the second one was faster.
That's not the point. Many guests who weren't supposed to be invited have gathered at this banquet. Even if the harmony is all-embracing, I have no choice but to show some of them the door. For the sake of Penacony and the peace. The planet of festivities has no place for you, a puppet of nihility. Those who live in the shadows do not bear the right to tread the illuminated stage.
Speaking of living in the shadows, there's probably not much difference between us. It's only polite to reveal your true self, at least when speaking to others. Penacony's Dream Master.
That's just another reason that you can't stay.
Whether you believe it or not, this is the real me.
We are one.
Is this the united as one that the family espouses?
My mortal shell has long since dissipated. The Oak family's 107,336 offspring are now my eyes, ears, and mouths, spreading joy across dreams when required, and in times of essential need, exiling evil from this haven in my stead.
From the sound of it, it seems like you're asking me to leave, Penacony.
I am glad that you're an understanding one. Alas, I'm not asking.
If you think you can.
Are you threatening me?
I ended it with a period. It was a statement, not a threat. Knowing who I am and still showing such malice. You're not the first, nor will you be the last. This scene played out many times before. And usually, when faced with my questions, most people retort, "Why can't I?" The result has invariably been that they can't.
You are confident. But be reminded, the family is forgiving, but not weak. The cords of the harmony extend across worlds. If you do not comply, when the blade is unsheathed for even a hair's breadth, you will never be able to escape the eternal Centurion's wrath in all of your lifetime. 137 individuals. That is how many heathens I have exiled since I became Dream Master. Among them were those who once severed my wings, and those who immolated my body. And here I stand again, about to add another mark to the tally.
And you will die. I mean, all of you will. But that won't come to pass. I'll do as you ask. I'll leave.
A wise choice.
I wasn't aware there was a choice.
To you, that surely is the only option. Please bear in mind, you and Penacony are of different worlds. Those born on the far bank cannot seek solace across the river. Leave and never return. The radiance of the planet of festivities is overwhelmingly bright, luring in tricksters, wrongdoers, and criminals. But even the harmony itself will never welcome the self-annihilator of nihility. And even more so, when this self-annihilator heralds the destruction of everything. Your strength is obviously a gift of the sleeping and shapeless, immeasurable and fathomless, like a tributary spawned from the abyss that brings death and sin to all. Acheron, a befitting name.
Take it from someone on the other side of your so-called river. You know better than I do that Penacony has already deviated from the harmony. Whatever your intentions may be, I foresee only one outcome. Its future holds nothing but nihility. Just like all the worlds that have drowned in their shadow.